Have you ever dreamt of visiting one of the cleanest, safest, and most futuristic countries in the world? Welcome back to the channel. If you're planning to travel to Singapore from Kenya or anywhere in Africa, this video is exactly for you. From visiting tips to flight option to affordable accommodation and must-visit places like Marina Bay, I'll guide you step by step. Whether you're traveling for business, tourism, or content creation, Singapore is a destination that will completely change your travel experience. So grab your notebook, stay until the end, and let's explore how you can make your Singapore dream a reality. Hi guys, how are you? My name is Katrina the Traveler. I am born and raised here in Kenya, Africa. Africa is a continent, not a country, okay? I do travel content and also I interview people who do business. Today, I'm here to do a video so that you can be able to travel to Singapore without using any agent. Of course, I know you have clicked on this video because you have seen the title and also the thumbnail. As we do this, please make sure that you like, you comment, and you share, and also subscribe to this channel. Most of all, guys, I'm requesting you to hit the like button, because once you do that, a lot of people are going to watch this video because YouTube is going to push this video to so many people. So guys, please just hit that like button. And this is what I realized or I noticed about Singapore as a tourist. One, as a Kenyan passport holder, you don't need a traditional visa for short visit to Singapore for tourism or businesses purposes up to 30 days. Okay, if you're going for longer, I think that is a different case, but as far as it's 30 days, that is 1 month, you are able to get your visa at the entry point. One thing that you need is to fill a form that is called SG arrival card. This one you get it online, you Google, and then once you fill that form, you are able to enter there easily. For us, because I was there with some of my family members, when we went to Singapore, I didn't know so much about Singapore then, about the arrival card. I only thought of Malaysia because I have been to Malaysia several times. So at the arrival, we told them that we filled, in which yes, we did. But because we filled the same day when we were arriving at Singapore, it didn't reflect. So, but the policemen and the security and the immigration people, they were so kind to us, and they just told us, okay, fine, no worries. They took us to a certain to a screen, and we were able to fill all our information, and then our visa was sent to our email, and then we were allowed to get into Singapore. There are some conditions that you must meet at the border entry. Your passport should be valid at least 6 months before expiry. So make sure that your passport is good. Another one is a return or onward flight ticket. Okay, so if you for example, if you're coming from Malaysia, maybe you booked a ticket from Kenya to Malaysia, then from Malaysia to Singapore, because it's not 6 hours drive, you must show that you have a return ticket back to your country. Otherwise, utarudishwa at the point of entry. Proof of accommodation, if you're going there for a stay, maybe for more than a day, maybe 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, you have to prove that this is the hotel. You must have the hotel reservation or invitation letter. Maybe there's some of your family members who live in Singapore and you are there to visit them. You must show your invitation letter. Yellow fever vaccination certificate may be requested, in which yes, it happened to us. We were requested the yellow fever card, and even from JKIA, we were asked for yellow fever. So make sure that you have your yellow fever card. That is a MUST. Hapo hakuna tunaweza ongea, hapana. That thing, if you miss your flight, or you can be returned back home if you don't have a yellow fever card. You must submit your SG arrival card online. By the way, that is being, as I had told you earlier, is done online before departure. Okay, and you're supposed to fill it a few days before. For us, our case was different because we came to know about it on our way. to get into Singapore. But thank God for the immigration. They were so kind to us and they helped us. Now, how can you plan your flights? This is how you can plan your flights. Several airlines operate between Kenya, mainly Nairobi, and Singapore, including Kenya Airways, Singapore Airlines, Qatar Airways, and other carriers, mostly with at least one stopover. And this stopover mostly happens in Doha, Dubai, Addis Ababa, or Istanbul. Um, Asian Airlines stopped because they had a direct flight all the way from Nairobi to Singapore and also to Malaysia. Actually, they used to do to Malaysia, but now they stopped. Yeah, they stopped. I guess maybe something happened, and so they decided to stop. So there's no direct flight from Kenya all the way to Singapore or all the way to Malaysia. But we hope for the best. Maybe they'll come back. Let's just keep hoping for the best. How to book tips to save on tickets. This is something that since I started traveling, this is something that I've been planning to do, not to travel like it's an emergency. If you're not traveling like it's an emergency and you're not using any agent, this is how you can tips to save on ticket. One, book area 2 to 3 months before your trip can secure better prices, mostly in your flight ticket, in your hotel as well. That will save you a lot of money. I use flight comparison sites like Skyscanner, Google Flights, and compare the deals. And even there's one that is called cheap flight as well. It is also there. You can go there and compare the flight, your time when you're going, and you compare the prices. Because in different websites, you're going to get different prices. Be flexible with dates. Midweek flights can be cheaper. Midweek. Okay, don't go for Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Those you get very high rates for your flight ticket, even for hotel. But once you travel during the midweek, you're going to get very nice rates. Now, on your arrival to Singapore, there are things that the immigration officers might ask you. One of them is proof of funds and bank statements. Sometimes you find yourself you're being asked, how can you prove that you have money to sustain you for the time that you shall be here, for the days, for the week, or for that 1 month, that is 30 days. And maybe by that time you can show them that you have your bank statement, or you can show them your ATM card, Visa card. You can show them that you have money. And when it comes to money, for me, I'll prefer when you are going to such countries, just use dollar, because once you are there, the exchange rate is better than when you're going with Malaysian money or Singapore money. Malaysian money is called ringgit. Yeah, it's better for you to go with dollar. Then once you are in that country, you can have an exchange. Also, travel itinerary, like what are you planning? For example, you have a whole week. What will you be doing? So you tell them, maybe today I arrive, I'm going to go to my hotel and rest. Then the following day, I'm planning to go to, for example, to tour the Singapore city. Singapore is not big. The following day, maybe it's on a Sunday, you're planning to go, if you're a Catholic, you're planning to go and visit a Catholic church in Singapore. The other day, you're going to go to museum. The other day, you're going to go to maybe a mall. You show them what you are planning to do the whole week, or the whole 2 or 3 days you'll be in their country. Something that we were told, because for us we were coming from Malaysia to Singapore, so we used the road, which I felt it was so good, even though it was so tiring. But in Singapore, they don't allow you to chew. Kenyans, Singapore, you cannot chew. You know the way you use chewing gum in Singapore. I remember our driver told us that please make sure that you don't have any chewing gum, and that can lead you to have a very big fine. So make sure that you don't have chewing gum or smoking, or even using, I think it's called vape. Oh, please take care of yourself. hatutaki makesi. Even on my notes, I had written Singapore is generally safe and has strict laws, especially about drugs and public behavior. So, guys, familiarize yourself with local regulation. Before you get into Singapore, please make sure that you know that. Singapore is 5 hours ahead of Kenya. Okay. So I know once you're in a different country, you feel like, oh, you want to call so and so, but by the time you want to call them, they're sleeping. By the time you want to call them, they're at work. That's a good tip for you. Consider exchanging some currency before departure. And let me tell you, me, I was so shocked to realize that Singapore money has strength. Ina nguvu. Even kuliko the US dollar. How funny. Me, I was so shocked. Nilishtuka, nilipatwa na mshangao. And that's why I'm telling you, it's better for you to have dollar, the USD dollar. So once you are there, you can get the Singapore dollar. We got some ice cream, and that ice cream was worth 700 Kenya shillings. Okay, and the way it's hot there, you keep on drinking cold drinks. You keep on having very cold drink. Even for coffee, they ask you, do you need hot or cold coffee? Me, for the first time, I was so shocked. Like, you're asking me to have cold coffee. How? Me, I'm used to hot coffee. Mostly because at this time here in Kenya, it's so cold. We just want to have cold coffee. So take note of that their dollar is hapa. There are so many places that you can visit once you are in Singapore. And as I told you, Singapore is not big. It's a very small country. One is Marina Bay. This one, it's a good place. You can visit there. You have the garden by the bay. It's a good and a very beautiful place. You're going to meet a lot of people. We have Marion Park. There is Sentosa Island, Orchard Road. There is Chinatown as well. There in Singapore, there is Retro India, there is Singapore Zoo, there is Singapore Botanic Gardens. So many places that you can travel in Singapore, and it's safe and it's beautiful. Even language barrier is a thing there. Okay, so many people know English, yes, but I guess our accent and theirs, they differ. Of course, we're in different continents. So sisi tukapotea, but at the end of the day tulijipata tu in a better space. So Gardens by the Bay, I would like you to go and visit that place. It's not that huge, but it's so beautiful. You're going to meet with a lot of people, and there's also an entry. At the entry, you pay some money. I can't remember how much it was, but we paid, and then we walked around the garden. It has a lot of flowers. You feel like you're in a real garden. That place is beautiful. You're going to have a lot of beautiful pictures. I guess I can put some for you here so that you can be able to see. It was amazing and we had a good time. So this one, on the places that you can travel, you can go and Google, so that once you are in your itinerary, you can be able to highlight. For hotel reservation, you can go to booking.com. It's going to help you a lot. You're going to have variety of them, and then book a hotel that is going to suit you with your amount. But what I know is that Singapore is damn expensive. So Pia, it's good for you once you're planning, you plan 2 to 3 months before, so that you can be able to get good rates. When it comes to clothing, make sure that you check on the time that you're traveling to Singapore. But even though it rains sometimes, Singapore is very hot. So just carry light clothes. It's not like Nairobi here. Oh, it's like you are in Europe sometimes. It's very cold, but other times it's very hot. So make sure that the month that you have planned to go to Singapore, you are able to check how their weather is like in their country, so that that can help you to plan on which type of clothes you're going to carry. But I will also recommend you to carry very light clothes, shorts, chiffon kind. Be light. Even though at night, if you're traveling by bus, so at night when maybe, for example, you're going back to your country, that is, it can be Indonesia, or you're going back to Malaysia, it is very cold. Because one of the things that I realized, in their buses, they have AC. AC is everywhere. So for example, if you are traveling from Malaysia to go to Singapore by bus, and then the following day, or even any other day you want to go back, please make sure that you have warm clothes, because at night, woo, utakapitia, it's so cold, too cold. So even that time, please, you can even carry your sweater. And that is one thing that we did when we were going. For us, we didn't have light clothes. We make sure that by the time we are going back, because it will be at night, we are having very warm clothes, jeans, sweaters, because at the end of the day, it is you is going to suffer, not them. For them, maybe they are used to that type of weather. How are Malaysian? Oh, sorry. Oh my God, me Malaysia. Think their country should make me their ambassador. How are Singapore people? Singaporeans, they are very kind people. We met some of them, and they were so kind to us. I remember even there's a part where we were paying, because you have to pay for you to use train to be able to travel to all these places that I have told you to write on your itinerary. A certain guy came and told us it is easy for you to go to the station, and then you tell them you want to pay for a whole day. Actually, it was payment for a whole week, but for us, we were there for days. Then it's cheaper. Then a guy just came and started explaining to us, and because in a way, language barrier was quite difficult, we had to listen so keenly so that we can understand whatever he was saying. But he assisted us in a very big way, and we were able to go to the station. We paid, and the lady was there. She was so kind. She assisted us in such an amazing way, and we were able to use train. We are using card, and I don't know where my card is, because I had it. If you have any question regarding your trip to Singapore, make sure that you write it on the comment section, or also you can send me a message on my Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram, and also on my email, and I'm going to reply. Also, if there's anything that you feel that I have not said in this video, please feel free to give me that tip, because for me also, I'm also learning. We are learning together. I have just said what I know and what I experienced. So maybe your experience was different. Feel free to give your comment, because you're going to assist someone else who maybe doesn't have any information regarding Singapore. My name is Katrina the Traveler. Please make sure that you hit the like button, you comment and share, and most of all, make sure that you like this video, and also please share to people, anyone who is planning to travel to Singapore and is an African or is a Kenyan. You can send this video to them so that they can be able to plan their travel easy without using an agent. On the next video, I'll be talking about how you can travel to Malaysia without using an agent. See you there.